Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Kinsmen Super TV Bingo. My name is Dave. I'll be your caller for tonight's game, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Here are the Kinsmen Super TV Bingo rules. Here are the Kinsmen Super TV Bingo rules. The game begins with two one-line bingos of top and bottom lines for $750 each. The game continues with a full card bingo. Win in 48 numbers or less and win $4,000. Win in 49 numbers or more and win $3,500. Winning cards must be legible and verified by phone up to 10 minutes after the bingo broadcast. The prize will be divided equally if there is more than one winner. The entire sheet of 3 cards must be sent to the office by regular mail. Winners will be announced during the next bingo telecast. The winners are determined by a top and bottom line and full card bingo in the fewest balls called. Send your entire card to Kinsmen Super TV Bingo, 124 Lindsay Road, Selwyn, Ontario, K9J0C5. This program is broadcast live from the Global Peterborough studio in Peterborough, Ontario. Thanks and good luck.
Welcome back. Today is November 11th, and the card color is orange. Please make sure your cards are this color and display this date, as only this card is valid for tonight's game. If you don't have cards and are wondering what locations carry them in your area, we'll display them during the telecast, or you can always go to our website, kinsmansupertvbingo.com. Congratulations to last week's top line winners: Shelley from Kingston, who purchased her card at Circle K in Kingston; Dwayne from Belleville, who purchased his card at Daisy Mart in Belleville; Vicky from Kingston, who purchased her card at Aberfoyle Convenience; and Haley from Caesarea, who purchased her card at Penny Mini Mart in Blackstock. Congratulations to last week's bottom line winner, Tammy from Ennismore, who purchased her card at Sullivan's in Ennismore. And finally, congratulations to last week's full card winners, Catherine from Hastings, who purchased her card at Norwood Convenience, and Amy from Kirkfield, who purchased her card at Fisher's Grocery in Beaverton. So as you can see, the board is ready to go, so let's start. And the first number in tonight's Kinsmen Super TV Bingo, under the 070, under the 070. Welcome back to another season of Kinsmen Super TV Bingo. I hope you enjoyed Reed's pumpkin soup. It was fun. Anyways, our first number, under the 070. Where are you? Next up, under the G of 49, under the G 49. We do have a few shout-outs to get to tonight. We'll get to them throughout the game. We'll play some bingo first. Under the G of 49. Looking for a top or bottom line bingo. Next up, under the G 46, under the G 46. Hope you're able to take time to remember. Have a moment of silence in honor of Canada's veterans. Under the G of 46. Under the N 39. Under the N 39. Under the I 23. Under the I 23. Shout out to Belinda and Coburg from Darrell. Happy birthday to Dave Lovewell from Mom and Frankie. A reminder, the Kinsmen Club of, the Connect Club of Bob Cajuns, their 75th annual Santa Claus Parade on Saturday, December 9th at 5 p.m. starting at Kawartha Dairy. Fireworks at the beach are following the parade. That's great. Under the I-23 is your last number. Next up, under the N31. Under the N31. Shout out to River and Grandma Dar from Mom and Steve. And 31's our last number. Next up, under the B9. Under the B9. Again, looking for the top or bottom line bingo. If you achieve that bingo, call the number in the back of your card. Under the B9. Under the N35, under the N35. N35 was your last number. Next up, another N, under the N45, under the N45. Under the O75, under the O75. Shout out to the Beaverton girls and belated birthdays to Becca, Colleen, and Jamie. Shout out to Ann and Marcel in Kingston, longtime players from Marcy and Bill. There we go. O75 is our last number. Next up, under the G58, under the G58. Next week, Diana from Whitby is celebrating her 32nd birthday. Congratulations. And Caitlin and Christelle in Toronto. G58 is our last number. Under the O69, under the O69. Happy 25th anniversary to Stu and Jerry. Shout out to first-time players Trudy and Dave from Bowmanville. Shout out to first-time players Chris and Debbie in Gravenhurst. I've got a few more shout-outs here. I'd like to thank those in studio tonight. Rob Martin, Dave Smith, John Harris, Reed Manley, Daryl Junkin, Bob Hall, Jim Story, Carolyn Holmes, Les Cariatis, Rick Haig, Deb Haig, Paul Grace, and Barry Kraft. Shout out to Stello and Margot playing with Grandma Cindy. I'm just So we are checking both our top and bottom bingos. So we're going to take a very short break and come back and see how we did.
If only I had known the signs of heart failure.
I want everyone to know what heart failure is,
so they can take action.
1 in 5 Canadians will develop heart failure at some point in their lives.
Heart failure affects the whole family.
Don't ignore heart symptoms.
If you're not sure, speak to your doctor.
It's your heart.
It's your heart.
It's your heart.
Love it for life.
Welcome back. We have a top and bottom bingo checked and verified. We're now playing on for our full card bingo. Our next number under the B15, under the B15. That last gave us all our shout outs out of the way, so we're just going to play bingo from now to the finish under the B15. Next up, another B, under the B8, under the B8. Playing on for that full card bingo under the B8. Under the G50, under the G50. G50. Next up, under the N38, under the N38. Again, a special happy birthday to Mrs. Cochran in Campbellford. I know Mike wishes you the best on your very special day. Under the N38. Under the N38. Under the I-16, under the I-16. Way over there. Under the N36, under the N36. Under the O63, under the O63. Under the I-17, under the I-17. Under the I-25, under the I-25. I-25 was your last number. Next up, under the G53, under the G53. Just a reminder, if you achieve your full card bingo in 48 numbers or less, it's worth $4,000 tonight. Under the G53. Under the I-27, under the I-27. Nope. Under the B13, under the B13. Under the I-18, under the I-18. Under the O67, under the O67. Under the B12, under the B12. Just a reminder, if you're playing on YouTube, the same rules apply. We play bingo during the live session, and the phones remain open until 20 minutes after the, 10 minutes after the TV time. Typically 20 to 8. We end at 7:30. Under the B12 is our last number. Next up, under the I-22, under the I-22. Wouldn't be fair to allow people to play a taped version, an old version of bingo. So just a reminder, YouTube live-only streams are valid for claiming bingo prizes. Under the I-22. Next up, under the N42, under the N42. Another N, under the N40, under the N40. N40 was your last number. Your next number, under the B1, B1. playing for that full card bingo under the B1. Thank you, all of you, for joining us across Eastern and Central Ontario. Under the B1 and places north and wherever. Under the B1. Under the G60. Under the G60. Special shout out to Mackenzie, Katie, Karen, and Sarah and Adam playing bingo on Sarah's special birthday. Happy birthday, sweetheart. Under the G60. Just so you know, that's my daughter. Under the B3. Under the B3. Under the G52, under the G52. Under the N44, under the N44. N44 is our last number. Next number, under the G55. Under the G55. 4 numbers away from our 40-ball recap. Do that, take a short break. Under the G55. Under the G54. Under the G54. Gee, that's great. Under the G54. Under the I-26, under the I-26. Under the I-24, under the I-24, our 39th number, the tension's building. Under the I-24. I-24 is our last and our 40th ball tonight. Under the G59, under the G59. We'll give that a few seconds to percolate, and we'll do our 40-ball recap. Under the G59. Let's place that. So tonight we have called under the B1, B3, 8, 9, 12, 13, 15. Under the I's, 16, 17, 18, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27. Under the N's, 31, 35, 36, 38, 39, 40, 42, 44, and 45. Under the G's, 46, 49, 50, 52, 53, 54, 55, 58, 59, 60. Under the O, 63, 67, 69, 70, and 75. And with that, we will take a very short break and come back and finish our game.
When I was young, I was plagued by fear and self-pity. Drinking made me care less about my insecurities.
My life was in shambles, and I was trying to figure out how to pick up the pieces.
At first, I never drank on the job, but eventually I did.
Removing alcohol wasn't enough. It left me depressed and lonely. That's where AA offered a solution.
The people I met thought like me. For the first time in my life, I felt like I wasn't so crazy.
I remember sitting in the AA meeting and thinking, I finally found a place where I belong.
I never thought I could have made it through those hard times as the happy person I am today.
AA not only keeps me sober, it helps me live a much better life.
I found out I can do this thing, one day at a time. I've never been happier in my life. If you have a problem with alcohol, contact AA. It works for me.
And for me.
And for me.
Welcome back. Let's play down now. Finish this bingo under the N33. Under the N33, that's the official call. It's been sitting there for a while. I'll give it a few seconds. Under the N33. Everybody's had a good look, I hope. Under the N33. Under the G48. Under the G48. Special shout out to Lee, helps us here in the studio every night. Thank you, Lee. Under the G48. Way over there. Under the I-21. Under the I-21. Looking for that full card bingo. Under the I-21. If you achieve it, 48 balls or less, worth $4,000 tonight. Under the I-21. Under the O74. Under the O74. O74 was our last number. Next up, under the N43. Under the N43. There we go. Under the I-20. Under the I-20. Under the I-28, under the I-28, 47th number tonight, under the I-28. And our 40th number tonight, under the N34, under the N34, if you're lucky enough to achieve a bingo, again, it's worth $4,000. Under the N34. As we move on, unfortunately not tonight. Under the N34. Next up, under the O66, under the O66. Excuse me. Under the O66. Under the B14. Under the B14. B14, and there pops our next number under the G47. Under the G47. Looking for that full card bingo. Call the number on the back of your card. Under the N41. Under the N41. Under the B2, under the B2. Under the G56, under the G56. Under the G51, under the G51. Under the B5, under the B5. I've just been told the phones are ringing. I'm going to hold on to the B5 for just a second, see if we have any potential winners. All right, no good. Keep going, I'm told. Next up, under the B7. Under the B7. At this time, we are checking a full card bingo. We'll take a very short break, get back, and conclude our game.
Vaccination as a baby in Poland.
Blood transfusion during surgery.
Hospital procedure as a teenager.
There are many ways you can contract hepatitis C, a serious liver disease, but you can't be cured if you don't know you have it. Thankfully, they got their lives back. Could you have it? To find out today, visit liver.ca/could you have it. A message from the Canadian Liver Foundation.
Welcome back. We do have a full card bingo checked and verified, I hope. Oh, we're still checking. Oh my gosh. I am still checking. So I'm just going to hold on. I'm not going to call another ball. So let's go, gentlemen. We're at the end here. Just checking that bingo. Oh, there we go. The full card has been checked and verified. Thank you very much for playing Kinsmen Super TV Bingo. Thank you for sorting the Kinsmen and Kinnett clubs across Ontario. Good night. Go Leafs, go.